Hello and welcome to my art spa. My name is Anna and today I will have inside this box 7 essential items for you to upgrade your art style. I will be also not only telling you what they are, but why you should have them and how. I will show you some examples on how to use those 7 items. So stay tuned and let's get started. Here we have item number 1. But before I show you this, let me just tell you I have no affiliation with any of those companies, and all the items presented in this video today were purchased with my own money. So item number 1, ink, black ink. I have the StazOn, doesn't matter the brand, as long as you have some kind of permanent ink. Why permanent ink? Because then if you're doing mixed media and you get another medium on top, it's not going to smudge, it's not going to create a mess. If you're into card making, also will make a permanent image there that you can come later with your markers and whatever it is they use to color your images, and you're not going to have any troubles whatsoever with smudging. How I use it StazOn. I do a lot of mixed media. I do mark making. I do my focal points stamping with StazOn. Item number 2, stamps. You're gonna need the stamp, and with item number 2 comes also the stamp block. Some stamps come already with blocks. You can use anything really. If you're doing mixed media, you don't even need the stamp block. You usually, a lot of mixed media artists, they just grab the stamp and do it with their hands because they don't want a perfect crispy image. They want something more like irregular. If you're into card making, then you're definitely going to need some kind of stamp block, so that you can put even pressure on your stamps and make a more perfect crispy image. Talking about budget, so you don't need a huge collection of stamps. I personally have very little, I think, consider comparing with some YouTube artists that I follow. I recommend putting your money into something that is more multi-use, that you can get more use out of it. You can do like letters for, again, that's for mixed media artists. If you're card making, your stamping collection is gonna be way bigger than mine. But yeah, I use like mark making stamps mainly. So you can purchase brand names, and they can range anything from 10 to 20 and even expensive euros. You can buy them in the discount stores. I was looking for things that I can use over and over again, and I'm not going to get bored with them, like flowers and those waves that I will show you how I use them even to make borders on my mixed media projects. Of course, the lettering ones, they are very popular. I bought this one, I think, at AliExpress. I have a basic set here if I want to do some journaling. Alphabets, flowers, birds, those are like very versatile. You can use them over and over again. I like this one. It was also in a discount store that I found. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for this stamp. I have some butterflies. People love butterflies, both card making and mixed media artists. I just bought this one yesterday at a discount store. I pay €1.50. And again, flowers and leaves, they're very popular and very versatile. You can use them not only for focal points, you can use those for backgrounds, you can use them for border. And then I have smaller flowers, more alphabets. You don't need to purchase all this. By no means you need to have a big collection. The stamp that I recommend you the most is have some kind of alphabet and have some kind of text. And again, mark making ones like those dots and X's, and I have those circles. I find them to be very nice and very versatile. Let's move on to item number 3. Item number 3. It doesn't really fit on my box, so let me show you. That is my Dilutions journal block. This is an item that you're not going to find a cheaper version. This is the dilution block, and it's very versatile because it doubles. Actually, it has more than 2 functions that I can think right now. You can use those lines to make borders. You can use those lines to write the lines in your journal that you're going to write with on. And you see how it's see-through, so you control the spacing if you want to make several lines. You can make borders with the dots and the stitch looking thing here. It is a ruler, and it also works as a stamp block. You can use those, and I often do so, to stamp with this. So the Dilutions is one of my most versatile tools. It costs right now in Europe about 13 euros. It's not too expensive. And if you don't have that kind of budget, it's okay. You can always improv. I would just get trace a wavy line like this in a piece of a sturdy cardboard, and you can easily recreate at least this function of the block. But then again, this one is a ruler, this one is a stamp block, this one makes borders. It's really, really nice. I will be sharing with you here on the side. I'm going to show you some examples in how I've used my Dilutions block. Item number 4, water-soluble crayons. I have this here. It's from Mixed Media from Malibu. I'm not finding them anymore. I bought them quite a while ago. It's hard to find them right now in Europe, but it doesn't have to be this brand. I like those because they're very bright and very versatile as well. You can color images with them. They are water soluble, so I create backgrounds with them, and I will show you how in a minute. And again, you don't have to buy the brand names. I found those here in the discount store. The colors is not as bright because I think this was the pastel set, but and the quality is not the same as those guys here, but they are a bit expensive. They can cost as little as 250, and I've seen them for even 5 and 10 euros per. Or you can buy the little bundle 4 packages for about 20 bucks. Those I pay, I think, I don't know, it was in a TK Maxx, which is the German version of TJ Maxx. And I bought those for less than 5 euros, if I remember right. So I will be showing you how to use and why I use this for backgrounds. You can just put them down, lay the pigment there, and then you spread with your finger. You can also use it here in Germany. We also have this option. Those are kids' crayons. They're called Woodies. They work. Let me do green on green so you will see. See? Mind that I'm doing this on a very thin, cheap, ordinary paper, and I'll be sure. See, the Woodies, they have the same. And I'm just using my fingers. If you do it with a baby wipe, you spread the color even better. So I like those because, yes, you can buy acrylic paint at the Euro shop or your dollar store for $1 each. And the acrylic paint spreads really nice as well. However, I travel a lot. So for me, those guys is much smaller. For me, the footprint is much smaller for me to put this in my luggage and take it with me to create colorful backgrounds than carrying around acrylic paint. Even because also they are not liquidy, so I can take them on an airplane with me, which I cannot do with my acrylic paints. Now, once I get to item number 5, I'll be showing you something that's going to make your water-soluble crayons work even better. And by the way, you also have, I know in the United States you have other options as well, like the gelatos, I cannot find gelatos here in Germany. I don't know why. It is Faber-Castell, which is a German brand, but for some reason, I just can't find it in Germany. So this was item number 4, right? So let's move on. Here's item number 5, gesso. Gesso will make your life so much easier. Again, card making people, you don't use gesso as much, I don't think, because you're always purchasing good card stock. You always have the best papers you can, use for your projects and your cards. However, mixed media people, we use often ordinary paper, book pages, whatever we can get hold of. So with gesso, I usually spread it on with the brush, but now just for the purpose of demonstrating here, I'm just going to use my finger. So it's almost empty. I have a new bottle, but I don't want to open it now, so let's just put a little bit. Oh, there you go, got a big chunk. So gesso, what it does is a primer. You seal and prep your surface for other mediums. You will see, let's wait a little bit to dry, and I'll come back and show you the difference of spreading my water-soluble crayons onto a regular piece of paper as opposed to a piece of paper that has been primed with gesso. So let's wait for this to dry a little bit. I'm gonna go wash my hands and I'll be right back. I'm back and the gesso is dry. So let's do it again. Here's the Malibu. And now I want to spread with my finger. Can't you tell the difference? It's a lot more efficient. And with the woody, same thing. A lot more spreadable once you have a surface that's been primed with gesso. And let's try again now. Instead of getting a wipey, I'm just going to use this piece of cloth. And I'm going to spray a little water to show you how. So that gets a little more translucent, you see? And just like that, in 2 minutes, you're going to have a whole page, whatever color you desire, and without making much of a mess like acrylic paint will do. So yeah, gesso can be a lifesaver. And here we are with item number 6. Posca pens. Those are acrylic paint pens. They are amazing. Also a bit on the pricey side. There are other brands acrylic pens out there. I'm a Posca fan, so I have a small collection. Again, you do not need to have every color, every tip. I created here a chart to show you all the tips I have, my favorites. So if you're on a budget, again, you might want to consider getting a black Posca pen, or at least a black and a white Posca pen. And my favorite tips that I use the most are this one here, the PC1MR, because it's a really thin line, and I use my Posca pens to contouring, to tracing my images to make them pop out of a project. I use my Posca pens to make borders. I use my Posca pens, I have this the PC17K tip in black and red, and I use them even to color a whole background. I will be showing here on the side of the screen an example of how I created backgrounds black just with the Posca pens. Not background, sorry, frames. And I also like the 5M and the 7M a lot, because the 7M especially makes a perfectly dot, and it's great. This here is great for frames. And you see, I think, yeah. And again, if you have a tight budget, what should you get? You should get a black and a white, or at least a black one on a 1MR. I'm sorry, I should have organized this better. This is the 1MR. If you can get a black and a white and a 1MR. I've seen online right now here in Germany, you can buy Posca pens for about $5 each online. I think you can find them cheaper. And there was some 6 packs. There was a combo pack of black and whites with different tips for 20 euros. I thought that was a pretty good deal. I have blacks in, oh gosh, I have blacks in what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different tips because I use the blacks a lot. I have a set with the fine liners, the 1MR, and a few bright colors, as well as a few metallic colors. And I use those to paint little things. Oh, again, to doodle my projects. I use them to modify faces. If you see any other of my videos, I do a lot of paper doll collage. I cut different body parts from magazines, and I put them back together, and I modify the faces, and I paint different eyes and different lips. And I do that so I have a unique image, because I don't have a lot of stamps. These are my favorite Posca tips: 7M, 5M, 1MR. If you have to pick a couple, go for a couple black ones and small and a bigger tip, and you should be good to go. And if you have a limited budget, get a few sets. And that was Posca pens. Item number 7, my mini printer. Mini printers or label maker. Again, I'm not selling any brands here. You can purchase whatever you want, whatever's in your budget. Just be aware that with those printers, of course, you're going to have to purchase special paper because those are thermal printers. They don't use any ink, so you save money there with ink. However, the paper can be a bit pricey, and so are the printers. I purchased this one online. I probably pay, what, 30, $40 for this little guy, 4 euros. But you can buy them. I saw them in shops like Timo and AliExpress. They sell mini printers for 3 euros even. I don't know if they're any good. I haven't tried one, but I'm really happy with my little guy here. And mine comes in, you can use 3 different sizes of paper. They have just the label size. They're very small, and I use this to print quotes, because if you've seen some of my work, I love adding quotes to my mixed media projects. If you're a card maker, you can put your sentiments. You can make easy sentiments with that. It comes into the label size paper. I have this one a little bigger, and I think it's 5 centimeters and 8 centimeters. And this I use for quotes. I print my quotes with this. This one I can do little images for focal points, as well as this one. You can print pictures. You can print images from the internet. The app itself for the app for the little printer does not have a lot of choices for fonts, but you can choose something already from the internet, ready-made. You can take a picture of something that you like, and you can print it as well. So you don't have to necessarily to use only the fonts that come with the app. And they also have a range of different types of paper. This here is regular paper, just really white, thin paper. And by the way, the printer only prints black and white. This one is sticker. So if I print here, I automatically have a sticker. The label ones is also a sticker, but they have also a semi-transparent and a transparent paper. And I purchased only on this size here because I wanted to try. And again, it's a bit more expensive. The printer is only $30, but the little package with paper can be like $10 for a couple rolls. It's lasting me quite some time, but yeah, if you are on a budget, you might want to stick to the cheap version that you can find on Temu or AliExpress and just buy the labels to make your sentiments and your quotes and your projects. And there you have it. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, take care, stay inspired, and please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye. Thanks for watching.